All right, guys, the time is up. The countdown is over. Hello and welcome everybody to vaidyachesshub. A very good evening as usual. We will start with some messages, some welcome messages. So first one, we have Hitesh, says good evening one and all. Then we have Shreyan. Then we have Rupa Gokhale who joins us. And we have Jay. We have Sagar here. Okay. We have Yatharth. Yatharth, where were you yesterday? Did we miss you yesterday? Were you there? I don't know. Mohit Patel is here. Rupa Gokhale is here. Namish is here. Namish, where were you yesterday? Rayansh Inamdar is here. Chinmay says hello, says hello all to friends. And Arya Mahakal is here. Abir, welcome. The new students are here as well. Suvradas, good evening. Hope you are absolutely fit and fine wherever you are. Time to start. Well, we are going to discuss something very important, which is destroying the defender. And by the way, since this is Friday, you will have some homework. And what's our homework going to be? We will have 15 positions as homework, of course, so make sure that you have your notepads ready. You have got to jot down some points, and taking making use of these notes, you will then solve the positions that you'll have for your homework. Let's dive straight into the topic at hand. What is the meaning of destroying the defender? You see that on your screen right now. So consider the example there. You have got your arrows there to help you. Okay. So the knight on c6 is the defender for the queen on d4. You see that with the green arrow. Then if the bishop takes the knight, that's indicated with the blue arrow. So if bishop takes the knight, then it will be a check as shown by the red arrow. And that will mean that the black queen will be hanging. Black queen will be hanging, meaning the black queen will have no support. We know that. The hanging piece is a piece without any support. Seniors, go ahead and start your typing if you want. You can always do that. Okay. Harsh Khot is also here, and we have Vyang also with us. So just make sure, Vyang, that you join the action as you know seniors go about typing whatever it is that is important. So now this one here is just a sample example. Now, how do you write the answers when you have the homework today? It's not just important to write down the correct sequence. I want you to jot down three things, okay? Three important things, so that I know that you have really understood it, and you're not just saying that, I've understood. So that's not something that I'm looking for. I'm looking for complete, concrete understanding. Thank you, Yatharth, for typing it. And thanks, Jay, for also doing that. You're a good moderator. You always are, keen on making good notes for all. This is important. That's why the seniors do that. So what are the three things I want you guys to write down? First of all, note the defender, because this is about destroying the defender. So first we have to identify the defender. So here the knight on the c6 square is the defender for the queen. That's the number one thing there. The number two thing here is the removal of the defender. How did we remove the defender? We played bishop takes c6 check and removed the defender. So that's the removal. And now after the defender was removed, what's the hanging piece here? The queen on d4. Now this game actually is the Sorensen defense, and it occurs after e4, e5, d4, e takes d4, c3, d5, and in that line you would have this particular trap. And believe me, I have had so many wins with this. You will not believe, but this happens so regularly at all levels. Okay, so the first thing, just pointing out all the 3 points, I believe the first one is to jot down the defender, and that is how you'll do your homework. Number one, tell me the defender, because it's about destroying the defender. So who is the defender? Second thing, what you do as the point number 2 is that you will write down how did the removal happen. How did the removal, the noun form, okay? And the last thing that you will write down, I hope Jay will type that, is the hanging piece. So what's the hanging piece there, okay? Let's continue now with the job at hand. And okay, we'll consider one more example before we dive into some positions. As usual, whenever we enter any position, we will have a minute. Okay, that is very, very important. Let's take a look at this position. This is the second and the final example where we will see what destroying the defender is and then dive into the positions. Here, it's not about getting a free queen as it was the case in the last example. So what is the situation here? It's quite simple. It's queen exchange that will happen. So the blue arrow indicates that. Let's first spot the defender with the green arrow. You see there, the pawn on f7. The blue arrow indicates the move that will bring about the exchange. And after that exchange, why did I say the pawn on f7 was a defender? Not just for the queen, but the pawn was also defending the knight on g6. And that's the most important thing there. Okay, so you bring about the exchange, the pawn will take the queen, and then the bishop will be able to take the knight on g6. It is very important that you do this. Okay, now let's see. Jay has typed the third point also there, which is fantastic. Now, of course, obviously, this screen is the last that I'll let I'll let this screen be on the board for you for display, because from the next ones you have your homework. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Those are going to be your homework positions, and you again have 3 days to do it: Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And you can of course send the answers on my Telegram ID there. So let's dive now into the first position. The first position, it is white to play, and we are going to destroy the defender. So when you the point is, when you type the answer, I will greatly appreciate if you state those 3 things, that is the defender, the removal, the hanging piece. Mention those 3 things. It's very important that you do so. People are thanking Jay, of course. That's very good. So Radesh is doing that. Vikas Patel, that's Mohit, I believe, saying that. Magnificent. Excellent. So let's see who gives the first answer. How will you destroy the defender here? Let's first try to identify what's the defender here. In this position, what's the defender? I repeat that again, you will have the PDF copy, but don't worry about it. As usual, I will have the PDF copy on our channel, the Telegram channel, that is. So what do you think is happening here? Maybe the rook exchange first? Will that work? Maybe the rook exchange will work. Maybe, I'm saying. Just saying maybe. I will throw some ideas, so hopefully you will agree. I didn't start the countdown timer, but now I think I'm going to show you the whole concept. I think that this bishop's defender is this rook here. So if we go about, actually, it will be an exchange. Of course, the knight can take back, but that will mean that the bishop on f5 will be a hanging piece. So let me know if you agree with what that is. Yeah, Jay is probably, he is in agreement with that. So there's rook takes e5, knight takes e5, rook takes f5. So after removing the defender, we have that. Chinmay also completely seems to agree with that. It says rook takes e5. Yeah, so that's right. Mohit also completely agrees with that. Mohit says bishop takes g4. In what universe? What will that be? I don't know how that's ever going to help. Mohit, if you play bishop takes g4 first, black will take our rook. So that's a big LOL for Mohit. Mohit at times thinks hastily. So he has to work on that part, and then probably see to it that he thinks something that is rational. Now, I will show you, Mohit, your mistake, okay? What you are actually saying is bishop takes g4. Now, if you do that, the black bishop will take the rook. I hope now you see it on your screen why that is so dangerous. That's not good. So bishop takes g4 and you will lose the rook. What's the point in that? Mohit, acknowledge if you understand that. So don't think hastily. And of course, Chinmay is doing a good job. He's saying the rook on e5 That's the defender. And then the hanging piece bishop on f5. Rehansh also is completely in agreement with what the other rising stars are saying. So I will also execute that. Let's take this rook, guys. See, the rook was the defender of the bishop. And let me go ahead and take this bishop. Fantastic indeed. The first position is out of the way. Let's quickly go to our position number 2. I hope that we will be able to finish 20 positions. That is my target for today, by the way. Okay, so for this next position, you have white to play. Guys, you have white to play here. Yatharth, as usual, doing all the typing with incredible details. But Yatharth, make sure that you actually understand what's going on in here. So yes, the defender and then the rook on e5. By the way, we are now in the position number 2. So I will not highlight the messages that are about the previous position. All right. Chinmay with the first answer. What does he say? He says queen takes f6, winning the rook. So let's try to understand how we are going to win the rook. Yeah, I think we can win the rook. And how's that? Let me show you with the diagram. Watch the board, guys. So I think queen is here, the defender of this pawn here on e6, which is so important. So if I play this move shown by the blue arrow, well, later we will be able to play bishop takes pawn check, and then we'll pick up this rook on c4. That is magnificent. Let's see how many people are able to type the details like the defender, the removal, the hanging piece. When you give me all those details, then I would know for sure that you have understood it. It's very important indicator, guys. Then I will know for sure that you have understood this. Sure, right? Bishop takes pawn will be a fork because the defender, the queen would be taken, is it not? Jay seems to completely agree with that. Yeah, he's saying the defender, the queen. The removal is queen takes f6. The pawn on e6 will be the hanging pawn, and at the same time, because that will be a check, it will mean that the rook will also fall. Mohit, you are right. Congratulations. This time you're spot on. Very good, Mohit. So gradually, if you focus your attention, your energy on this particular aspect of what's going on, you will be a wonderful player. I'm telling you, the days to come. Itesh, first time today, firing. Very nice. Okay, so let's actually do this. Queen takes queen. Observe when I take the queen will no more defend this pawn. And now because there is no queen here, well, the bishop will be able to take the pawn. And then it was a check, guys. And now after the king moves, we'll be able to win the rook. Magnificent. Congratulations. We are now going to position number 3. I sincerely am saying it again, guys. It is my hope that we will be able to, finish 15 to 20 positions at least. Let's see. Of course, we will not make unnecessary haste. As many as are possible. White to play here. Let's see. White to play, destroying the defender. So who is the defender here? Of course, Yatharth commenting about that previous position. Even Yatharth doing that, or Rehansh rather doing that. Who is the defender here? Guys, this is a very interesting position. Very, very interesting position. Master Kavish Korke, ask your dad to give me a call. I'm not interested. You probably are making an announcement without even consultation with me. So make sure, Kavish, that you ask your father to call me. He can call me, let's say, on Monday. Saturday, Sunday is not possible. Monday, 11:30. Give me a call. Kavish, ask your father to give me a call. We'll discuss this. Because I have no idea about it. Maybe without my consultation, you've decided to do something. I'm not going to comment on that. Kavish, ask your father to give me a call. Okay, so now I think, oh, Radesh was also the first one to say the answer this time. Chinmay says rook d8 check, and then we will win the queen. Winning the queen is not right. Chinmay, I'm afraid. Winning the queen is not right. Chinmay, think again. Will you win the queen? Isn't there a pawn on f7? Chinmay, what did you do? Radesh, your first move is correct. I'm very impressed. By the way, again I'm saying, this probably is the fourth day in a row when I'm telling Radesh what to do. Fourth day in a row that I'm telling you, Radesh. You have to get into the Telegram vaidyachesshub group. You're still not added to the group because you've still not sent me add me message on Telegram. So make sure that you are there. Otherwise, you'll miss out on all the notifications that are sent on the group, not on the channel, on the group. Radesh Savant, I'm talking to you. Make sure that you do that. Otherwise, you'll miss out on all the notifications. Jay, you can type the same for Radesh one more time. Yes, now Chinmay has corrected himself. He says, yeah, sure, winning the rook. And meanwhile, Kavish has acknowledged my message for, yes. So Kavish, I hope your father will give me a call Monday morning, 11:30. Monday morning, 11:30. All right then. So Chinmay says f takes e6 and then rook takes e8. So that way we will win the rook. Itesh, half the answer, man. Half the answer. We are not going to win the queen. We are going to win the rook. The queen will be exchanged. So Namish Dhake with the right answer. Namish, I'm impressed. But let it be regular. Sometime once in a blue moon, don't answer. Be regular. Very important, guys. Be regular. So important. Thank you, Jay. Sending message to Radesh. Radesh, acknowledge Jay's message on the screen. On the screen. That's for you. Mohit is also right. Spectacular, Mohit. Well done. Let me do it on the board, guys. So it's rook check. Notice that the king could not go to h7 because of the queen. And now we can take the queen for sure. But Chinmay, as you can see, the queen is not free. But the queen was the defender, so the rook is free. Guys, some comments. Some comments. Winning the rook. Very, very important. Winning the rook was the idea here. And be honest about it. If you enjoyed the position, you have to confess that sure, this was something nice, something good, something new. Next one is black to play. Guys, this next position is black to play. What can black do in this position? We are talking about destroying the defender. What can black do here to destroy the defense? I'll give you a big clue. Okay, I'll give you a big clue. The big clue is it's not directly destroying the defender. You'll have to play something. You will have to play something to set up a nice tactic. So it's not readily available. Very important. Yachat meanwhile says that the last position was totally enjoyed. Namish also says that. And Jay, thank you so much. You are telling Radesh what to do. Radesh, don't act like you are not from the 21st century. I've said this 4 times now. We are not talking about the Telegram channel. We are talking about the Telegram group. The Telegram channel is for everybody to join. It's a public channel. But the Telegram group is for the official members of the Vaidyas Chess Hub, which you are, by the way. You are one of them. Okay? So make sure you understand the difference and acknowledge what Jay is also saying. Not the channel, the group. So clearly, if you don't understand this, same message, Jay. Maybe you can ask your dad or mom to give me a call Monday morning, 11:30. All right. Jay can ask him also to do the same. I don't know. Okay, so what's the setup for this one? Maybe I was waiting for Chinmay's answer. This one is not directly destroying the defender idea. Not directly. You'll have to play something that will set up that idea. But destroying the defender principle is applicable. But how? I'll show you. This is very interesting. Okay. First, we will go ahead and what we will do is, okay, so Radesh, if you say that you are added, I will go ahead and make a check. But if you are already added, then I'm still waiting for you to send me the homework and respond to the messages on the group. Make sure that you do that. Okay. And make sure you do that. Okay. All right. Chinmay with the answer. Ayush Tavade is the first to type this time. Brilliant. Chinmay's message came a little after that, but I'm highlighting it next. So queen takes f5 is indeed the right move. Look at what happens. The pawn will take. Now we will take the queen. Yes, so far it looks like the position is equal, but look what has happened. Now this is a very nice idea. Now the defender is taken. The queen was the defender for this pawn here. Yeah, the queen was there defending the pawn. That's the most important thing there. And that's why now the rook will take. And now when the king moves, we'll be able to win the bishop. Oh, that was nice. Guys, it was one good example because over here, it was not directly the destroying the defender tactic. I mean, you had to create that tactic. The next position is black to play. So, Radesh, whatever you type actually confirms what I'm saying. Ha ha ha. That is why, Radesh, again, I'm telling it very clearly. Don't act like somebody who is not from the 21st century. Okay, Radesh? On the Telegram channel, you will never be able to type any messages. So if you are telling me, read this, read your messages. If you are telling me that you are not able to send any message on the Telegram group, you are not even talking about the Telegram group. You are talking about the Telegram channel. On the Telegram channel, you cannot send a message. Only I can send a message. No other member can send a message. It's a channel. That is why I'm talking about joining the Telegram group. And you cannot just join the group. I'll have to add you there. It's a private group. So now I think, Radesh, you are getting what all of us are trying to tell you. Master Radesh Sawant. So don't joke anymore. I think we have established that now that you are not in the group. What you're talking about is like I cannot type the message is because it's a Telegram channel. On the Telegram channel, you cannot type a message. It's a channel. It's a one-way traffic. I type everything. I post everything. It's in the group that you have to get yourself added so that as you're an official member, you'll be able to send and reply to the messages. Jay, I hope now you can type that and put that in a nutshell. All right, Rupa Gokhale with the answer here. Now that was for the previous one. So, okay, Radesh is saying, okay, I have understood that now, hopefully. Chinmay says, rook takes h2. Ooh, that's a nice idea. Rook takes h2, rook takes h2, and then rook takes g1. So we will be able to win the rook. Seems like it's a good idea. Seems like it is a good idea. Guys, rook takes h2. Is it h2 or a2? Guys, is it h2 or a2? Chinmay has typed rook takes h2. Is it h2 or a2? I think Sagar Khedkar has the right idea. So goes to show that Sagar has not copied. Very nice. And goes to show that Yatharth has copied. Yatharth, you're caught. Oh no, Yatharth. You have been caught. You have been caught, Yatharth. You copied Chinmay's answer. Oh no, Yatharth. Caught red-handed, Yatharth. You copied. Oh, it's not H2. You don't even bother to look whether it is H2 or not. You just cut, copy, paste whatever seniors type. Yatharth, it is okay if you don't type the message. Understand what I'm teaching you. That's very important. Don't take the burden on your shoulder. You have been copied, you know, or caught red-handed copying, let's say. Sagar did not copy. He is the one to type it correctly. Says Rook takes A2. That's it. He did that correctly. He didn't just copy what Chinmay did. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now your charge. No, you've been caught. No use typing A2 now. You've been caught. Absolutely. Even Mohit Patil has been caught. It's not H2. Thank you so much, Mohit. But you are somebody who just gets influenced by people and you don't use your own ability to think independently. I'm afraid, but I'm going to have to say that, Mohit. You're always dependent on others, Mohit. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. Let Chinmay type what Chinmay has to type. You show your independence. Don't just type what people are typing. You do that, Mohit. You get influenced by people. Don't be influenced by people. Have your own separate ability. It's not H2. It's A2. All right. Anyway, so let me do it now. So yeah, we will take this bishop. And the bishop is the defender of the rook. So we'll take. By the way, there is a nice trick here. Let me show you the variation also. So that's what we all thought. Sure. But hang on. Guys, after we take the bishop, the white rook can take our bishop as well. That can happen, right? No, that can't happen because the rook is pinned. However, the rook can take our rook. But then, guys, this is so awesome. Then we will be able to take the rook first, give a check. That's fantastic. And then finally, we will be able to win the rook as well. So this one is so important. So important. Okay. Let's continue. The next position, please. And Mohit, remember what I said, my dear? Independence. Stop being influenced. Own separate independent thinking helps. Okay, this one is white to play. Let's see who's the first one to answer this time. Independent thoughts. Hitesh, you're saying yes. I will wait for your answer. Who's the defender here? What's happening in this position? Black looks okay. Is not. Looks okay. It's white to play, guys. I think Ayush is the first one to answer this time. Queen takes c7. Rook takes c7. Bishop takes e5, winning. Okay. Lot of good answers. Chinmay is the second to do that. This time, Yatharth. Brilliant. Okay, good answers coming up. Awesome. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this. No doubt about this. Now, guys, let's do this on the board. Let's see if there are any variations. Queen will be taken on c7 and the queen is the defender for this knight here on e5. So queen takes c7, rook takes c7, and that means we can now take this knight for free. You are also perfect. Brilliant. This time I had really cool answers and that too pretty fast, I must say. Let's go to the next position. The next position is black to play. Let's do this. Yes, Sagar is right. It's the removal of the queen is right. And queen takes c7. Even Harsh Khoth with the right answer. I'm impressed. Very good, Harsh. By the way, Harsh, do remember this Monday you can play. Please remember that. You have to play the tournament this Monday. Lectures will be on Tuesday, as usual. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And next week, I'm going to play games with you guys. The game session. Then I will also play a demo game. All the action coming up. Okay, guys. What's the defender here? How are we going to do the removal? And after that, what's the piece that will be hanging? Let's see. I'll give you a clue for this one. There is a hanging, there's this pawn that is a passed pawn. Yes, Ayush again seems to be the first one. That is fantastic. Finish. I'm impressed. So people are saying, let's get the knight out of the way that's defending this pawn. So let's play rook takes rook. And then we'll be able to win the pawn. And by the way, then our pawn will be a massive passer. A massive passer, I'm saying. Okay, let's do that. So rook takes rook, knight takes, and knight takes pawn. And now knight takes knight. Brilliant indeed. Guys, you are all on fire. And remember what I said, independent thinking matters. I am not interested in how well you copy answers which are already typed. I mean, who values those things? It's white to play the next one. White to play. Brilliant answers by all for the last position, by the way. Very good. Let's deal with this position now. White to play. What's the answer for this one? How is it that we can win some material here? Okay, try to spot the defender first. Isn't the bishop defending the rook? Isn't that what is happening here? The bishop is defending the rook. So can we not play this knight takes bishop move? That's knight takes f5, also attacking the queen. And that means that we already have double attacks on this rook on c8. Looks quite logical to me. Do you agree with that? Isn't the bishop defending that? Pooja ma'am, if we directly play queen takes c8 first, Pooja ma'am, that will be dangerous. If we directly play queen takes c8, the bishop is going to take the queen. That doesn't look great. Namish agrees with what it is. Namish says knight takes f5 seems like a good move. Chinmay agrees with that. Chinmay says knight takes f5, then rook takes c2. Harsh also agrees with that. That's magnificent. That is brilliant. All the juniors agree with that. So the bishop is the supporter or the defender of that rook on c8. And I think that's the key. Let's go with that. Even Sagar agrees with that. Sagar, nice. That's brilliant work. Okay, so knight takes f5. And the pawn had to take because we were attacking the queen. And now we will play queen takes c8. So Pooja ma'am, queen takes c8 was the move. But queen takes c8 was not the first move. Please make a note of that. It was the move, but it was not the first move. Point to be noted. Okay. And now what's going to be the next position? It's white. No, it's black to play. This next position is black to play. Pooja ma'am acknowledges that and she's realized that if we had played queen takes c8 first, then bishop would have taken our queen. This one is black to play. So let's again try to spot who is the defender. That's what the lecture is about. And that is how you'll be able to do the homework, by the way. So let's quickly spot the defender, guys. Who's the defender in this position? Black will play. So look at the weakness in the white camp. I think the weakness in the white camp is that this bishop is defending this knight. So if by playing bishop d5 we can remove the defender, is it not possible for us to win the knight? Let me know if you like this idea. I have shown you some ideas on the board. Try to always find out the defender, because there are three things we want to find out. You see them on your screen. The defender, the removal of the defender, and then winning the hanging piece or gaining material. That's what we are aiming to do today. That is what the lecture is about. So Ayush started with the perfect answer. First up, he says bishop takes d5, e takes d5. Hey, even knight takes e5 is possible. Namish joins the action. Maybe knight takes d5 is also the option here. Don't forget that. Chinmay has mentioned that. Knight can also take, right? And then, as I have shown with the red arrow, the queen will be able to win the knight. All of you so far are doing a good job with this. Let's take the bishop. Oh, the knight took. See, I told you. The pawn could have also taken, the knight could have also taken. So now we are winning this piece. Now this piece is free. Well done, guys. Well done. And now we are going to move to position number 10. Our target is to go as close to 20 positions as possible, guys. 20 positions. This one is white to play. White to play, guys. This next position is white to play. What, again, whenever you have the position, look at the defender. Let's find out who is the defender here. Is it a bad idea or a good idea to put the countdown timer? Let me know in the chat. 1 minute countdown timer every time. Great idea, good idea, what do you think? So that we can just finish it in a minute. We are going at a decent speed, by the way, because we are on the 10th position at 6:30, around that. So it is white to play, so this time we have to look at the black camp. What is the defender here? I have actually spotted this knight as the defender of this bishop. Guys, do you agree with me? So if we can eliminate this knight with the bishop takes move, is it not possible for us to use the hanging piece here and capture that on b7? The defender with the green, I am using the colors, guys. I'm color coding the lecture. Yeah? So knight is the defender with the green color I've shown you. The removal with the blue arrow. And the red arrow shows the advantage that we can take with the red arrow. We have a lot of interesting ideas, but I think everybody is more or less in agreement with the same idea. Bishop takes c6. Very good. All of you are awesome. Brilliant. Everybody is supporting that. Fantastic. Good to know. Namish, fantastic. Let's do that, guys. Let's eliminate this defender. This knight is defending this bishop. So let's do that. And now we can take this bishop on b7. The knight was earlier defending the bishop. Guys, well done. Well done. We are now moving on to position number 11, which is not what you see on your screen. That's not the position I want. This is the position I want. And it's white to play. Guys, this is white to play here. Let's do this position fairly quickly. When I say white to play, you have to look at the weakness in the black camp. I believe, who's the defender here? Who's defending whom here? I think the bishop is the overloaded piece here. The bishop is the defender of this knight here. So if we can play this move, queen takes queen, then after bishop takes, we will be able to win the knight on f6 because the bishop will take. Do you like that idea, guys? So if the queens are exchanged, the bishop will have to take, right? The queen is defended by the bishop, right? And so I think that is a very logical plan. Completely. We can win the knight, winning the bishop. I think, Chinmay, we are winning the knight here, not the bishop. We are clearly winning the queen takes d6. Yes. Now, Yatharth, queen takes e6 is not the idea. Queen takes d6 is the idea. not e6. Okay, that's very important. So let's deal with that. And queen takes d6, then bishop will take. Bishop was an overloaded piece, which means now we can take this knight. Fantastic, really super, well done. Time now to go to the position number 12. We are doing it at a very decent pace today. I'm very happy with the way things are going. This one is black to play. So let's see if we can get to the number 20, the position number 20 before 7 o'clock. By the way, there is homework for you today. I repeat, and you have 3 days to do it. The tournament is on Monday, but the thing is, we have the homework of 15 positions for this lecture. You have Saturday, Sunday, Monday to do it. Let's look at this position now. Forget about that homework thing. We have black to play, and so look at the white camp. And the white camp has got some weakness. Let's see who's the defender here. The lecture is about destroying the defender. That's what we are doing today. Destroy the defender. I think Rayansh is the idea, but I think what Rayansh has typed here is for that previous position. I don't think he's typing it for this position. No, he's not doing that. So Radesh has typed bishop e4 check. Bishop e4 check will not do anything. That's actually hilarious. Why will you play bishop e4 check when white can just block it with the pawn, and then the bishop will be hanging, our queen is already hanging. Radesh, good try, but maybe you can do better than that. So yes, Namish is saying bishop takes f3. He likes that idea. Then there are others who like that idea. Chinmay likes the idea. Chinmay says bishop takes f3 check, bishop takes d8. Ayush Tavde likes that idea. Well, that is super. Absolutely brilliant. Bishop takes f3. So yes, knight is the defender of this bishop. So let's eliminate that. Blue color will be used, and that means we will be able to win this bishop on g5. Let's see if that works. Well, it did work. That is brilliant. But I'm not going to stop here. Let me show you the variation. After we took the knight, white could have taken our queen. Then we would have also taken the queen. Remember, we have first taken a piece here, so we are a piece up here. Don't forget that. So white can't just, just save the bishop and come back, because then we have even bishop takes c2. And now if you calculate, black is a piece up. It's a very important thing, guys. So queen takes g5. We will win that bishop. Okay. It's brilliant. That's nice. Yatharth is typing king takes d8. Well, no, we'll win the... Why will he give up the free queen? He won't give the free queen, Yatharth. Won't do that. I hope you followed the variations here. So let's see. The position that we were dealing with right now was position number 12. Now we are going to do the position number 13. We're doing things at good speed today. Black to play. Guys, this one is black to play. This next position is black to play. When it's black to play, you look at the white camp. Destroying the defender. Who is the defender of whom here? I think you can win 2 pawns here. For the first time, we don't win a piece. We don't win the queen. For the first time in today's lecture, I think it's about going plus 2 points and winning 2 pawns here. How can we win 2 pawns here? Really? 2 pawns, guys. Let's take a look at this position. I think that you will notice that this knight is the defender of this pawn. So if we can eliminate the defender like this, then we have the threat knight takes e4, which will attack the bishop. And then, of course, we will win the pawn on c3 as well. Let me know if you are in agreement with that. I think that's a fair plan. Bishop takes c3, so we take c3. And then knight takes e4 will be a fork attacking the rook and also the bishop. So, sure, 2 pawns, or even better, an exchange or a piece. Well, Ayush is saying knight takes e4 first. Ayush, what's wrong? Ayush, look what you're saying. I'll show you with the arrow what you're saying. Ayush, what you're saying is, let's play knight takes e4, then white will take our knight, and then we will win the pawn. What? I didn't say we'll blunder the position. Ayush Tavade, I hope you get what big mistake you're doing here. Ayush, what are you doing? So we are not going to just win those 2 pawns giving up our piece. That's not what I said. Okay, let me show you. Ayush, enjoy this. The knight is the defender of this pawn here. So let's eliminate the knight. And now we have this knight takes pawn, which is attacking the rook and the bishop, kind of a fork. And now, of course, if he saves, the bishop will win the exchange. Of course, the pawn on c3 was hanging anyway. I like what I see here. Fantastic. Again, I would say this. The speed and accuracy is impressing me today. Except for a few people who occasionally are typing something that's not right. But okay, that's fair. I should realize that. Now the next position is white to play. When I say white to play, again, what should be your duty? Look at the black camp. Look at the defender. Who is the defender here and of whom? I'm going to give you a clue. I think the queen is the defender of this knight. So eliminate the black queen and we will be able to win the knight on d7. Let me know if you agree with that. I say that can happen. If we eliminate that, and yes, I think Ayush Tavade with the right answer. He's saying queen takes e7. Let's eliminate the queen that way. Knight takes e7 and then we will play knight takes d7, winning the free knight. I am completely with you on this. Chinmay also agrees with what's happening. So queen takes queen and the queen is the defender of the d7 knight. So let's eliminate the queen and then we will be able to win the knight on d7. And Hitesh says we will become a knight up if we do that. Yes, sir. Let's do that. And so the queen is not here defending this knight. So we'll be able to win this knight for free. If you look at the board, when I do things, guys, watch the board. When I execute the plan, watch the board. Let's deal with the next position. And it is black to play. White has just castled. I repeat, white has just castled here. You are all correct about that last position. I am really happy. Let's now deal with this position. It is black to play, what you see on your screens now. So when it is black to play, you look at the white pieces. So who is the defender here? Remember, the lecture is about destroying the defender. And I want 3 things from you. The defender, the removal, and the hanging piece. Black to play here. So I think in this position, we will clearly see that this knight is a defender of this queen. So if we can remove the knight with the bishop, can we achieve something? But then the queen is not even attacked. Ooh, I'm wrong there, I think. Oh yes, the knight again is the defender not just for queen but even for the bishop. So let's go ahead and take this knight and then we will be able to win the bishop. Oops, not there. The bishop on c4. Completely agreed. Yeah, Chinmay is with me on this one. Guys, the knight is not just the defender for the queen. Knight b3 fork? No. Sagar, if you do the fork, white will save the rook and then you will get the bishop but then lose your knight. So that fork will not be helpful. I'm going to show you that line, Sagar. The correct answer is, let's take this knight. Sagar, this knight is the defender of this bishop here on c4. Now you can see I'm moving the pieces. So let's take this knight. The knight is the defender of this bishop on c4. And now we will be able to win this bishop. Okay. Now let's go back, Sagar. After doing this, if we play a move like knight to b3, the rook can move here. And so we will be able to take the bishop, but then we will lose our knight. Sagar Kelkar, let me know if you have completely agreed with what I've explained. I've tried to show you why your line is actually not the one that works. If you think that's a fork, yes, it's a fork. But then imagine rook d1 and then It's not such a good fork. Plus, let's not forget that bishop can take. Have you noticed, Sagar, that bishop can take before everything else? Careful, Sagar, careful. Things happen. You know what? Let's dive into the next position. That's white to play. The next position is white to play. So that means we'll have to destroy the defender as far as the black camp is concerned. What's the defender here? This one is white to play. So you mean understood, sir? Sagar, past tense. Understood, sir. Oh, by the way, talking of English, let me tell you, guys, we also are going to have our English lectures commencing soon. So Hitesh, you can ask your dad to give me a call Monday morning. Sure. Very soon we are going to begin our English grammar and spoken English classes. Sure. That's also one of the things we do. We already have our channel on YouTube for that as well. So make sure, Hitesh, you pass on the message to your dad. But that's with the school reopening dates around the mid-June or sometime around that. We will start with those things. Anybody who's interested, let me know. All right. So this one is very easy, I suppose. The knight is a defender, guys. And the knight is a defender for the rook as well as the queen. So let's eliminate the defender by this process, taking the queen. And then we will be able to win the rook on h5. Please remember that. Jay, if you can type that. Hitesh, I've already told you the time, right? Monday or Tuesday, say around 11:30, 12. That time is comfortable. That's just the best time to call. That is the time allotted for parents. They can get in touch with me. 11:30, 12, around that time. I answer the calls because that is meant for inquiries and parents. Yeah, so queen takes g4, knight takes g4, rook takes h5. It's absolutely perfect. The knight on not f5, guys. I think the knight is on f6. What are you typing? The knight is on f6. So let's take the queen. The knight will move. And because the knight moved, remember the knight was supporting the rook as well. But now the knight is not supporting the rook. Ooh, brilliant. Guys, we are on to position number 17. I can't tell you how happy I am. 17 positions. My target was to get to 20 positions. And we are doing a spectacular job today. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, Hitesh, acknowledging that. Thanks, Jay, for doing that. Monday or Tuesday, 11:30. That's what you do. Sagar is right. The rook on h5 was hanging in the last position. What's up with this? It is white to play. This position is white to play. How can we remove the defender? First of all, in this position for black, who is the defender? Remember the three things you have to type in the homework. What are the three things you will type in the homework along with the answer? You will type the defender, the removal, the hanging piece. Please remember to type these three key ingredients as a part of your answer when you do the homework. As you can see on your screen, in the notes, in the PDF notes, you'll see them. Three things. Along with the solution, just mention those three things. Yeah, we have the answers now. Rook takes f6. That looks like the logical idea. This knight is defender of this rook. So people are telling me, let's eliminate that. And that will allow us to take this rook on h5. I am so impressed. Brilliant. And Pooja ma'am, that is perfect. The knight is the defender here. Pooja ma'am, brilliant. Jay, you can appreciate Pooja ma'am here. Every time she gives the right answer, you know, I feel so happy for her. Because senior most student, I respect and appreciate that. That is just brilliant. So guys, green is the defender. And we'll remove that with a blue arrow. And the red arrow is what we will be able to achieve. Brilliant. Removal queen. Sagar, what are you typing? The removal queen. We will remove our own queen. It is white to play and removal. What are you typing there? Sagar, watch what you have typed. Removal of queen. We will remove our own queen. It is white to play. No, 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 no. You will type it. Guys, that's why I'm saying it's important you type the answer completely. Let's spend some time here. Let's spend some time here. Maybe Jay and seniors can help here. The defender here is knight on f6. The removal is rook takes f6. And the hanging piece is rook on h5. There is never anything about queen on d1. Sagar Khedkar, make sure you understand that. Somebody type those three things here. Then we will move on. You have to type them in the homework. The green one is the defender. Knight on f6 is the defender. The removal is the blue arrow. Rook takes f6. And the hanging piece is the rook on h5 that we will take with the queen. We don't have to remove our own queen from d1. What are you talking about? Let's type it properly, guys. Then we will go to the next position. I'm going to wait for that to happen because I want the homework done seriously. Just don't type the answers. I want to make sure that you have actually understood this concept. So you want to type those three things clearly, like you see on your screen. See how in detail I have typed? I have also made use of colors. Green arrow in green, blue arrow I've typed in blue, red arrow in red. You see that? So I don't want you to color code it, but at least type the three things correctly. Yachar is helping me here, but not in the way I wanted. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a crisp, clear answer. The defender so and so, the removal so and so, but Jay has typed the removal first. That's not fair. That is absolutely not fair, Jay. The defender should have been the first one. But anyway, he's changed the order, but those are the three things that you want to type for sure. Let's go about destroying the defender. Then we will be able to take here. Sagar, how about you typing the next position correctly? Guys, position 18, 19 and 20. Let's do them in an interesting way. Positions 18, 19, 20. The last three positions for today. This is white to play. How will you type the answer this time? Jay, make sure guys. Jay is typing it now. Jay, you type this message. Like type this answer like you will type in the homework. Guys, it's very important. For this position that you see on your screen, type the answer for this one like you will type for the homework. Guys, I hope you are getting what I'm saying here. Type the answer the way you will type it in the homework with the defender, the removal and the hanging piece. Do that. Just type something very important here. Type this answer as you will in the homework. Only those will be highlighted. Take your time. Take your time, guys. I'm going to give you time. Make sure you type it the way I want it as homework. Tell me correctly. Of course, you write down the answer, but tell me the defender. You put a colon there, okay? You put the colon symbol. The removal and the hanging piece. Please make sure you do that. So that will help me understand that you've understood the concept. White to play here. How will we play something that will destroy the defender for black? If you realize who is the defender here. It is not very clear here. You will have to, like in one of those possessions we did earlier, we will have to actually set it up. We will have to actually get this position where you will have to, actually play something that will help you get this destroying the defender thing. Okay, I'm going to help you with this a little bit. Guys, over here, the knight is a key, which is a hanging piece. So we will first play bishop takes g7, and after king takes, we will be able to play queen to d4 check, and then we'll probably win the knight. That's how we want to do this. But I don't think this is an example where clearly the defender was mentioned. This is more like a fork position. I think you will agree with me. This is more like a fork position, right? The king is a defender, but that's not what this concerns. So let me do this quickly. Probably the next position will be a little better than this. Yeah, we are winning here. And now, this is where, from this point, you will have this position. Now you tell me, Chinmay, your answer is wrong. Now you have to give me the answer from this position, guys. That's why I told you it's not crystal clear. The attack was not so clear. From this point, now it is destroying the defender, guys. What a cool position it was. What a cool position this was. I love this position. So after playing this sequence, we are not going to win the knight. I hope Chinmay realizes the mistake. Chinmay, I hope you have realized the mistake. We are not going to get the knight. The knight went back to f6. So we are not going to win the knight. Think again. What's going to happen now? Now you have destroying the defender, guys. Ooh, what a lovely position. Chinmay, let me know if you love this position, man. You've gone wrong here. Knight's not what we are going to win here. So now type it the way you'll type it as homework. Don't just type the answer. Remember what Jai said. It is very, very important you type this. So Namish with the answer, knight takes f6. The next move will be queen takes g4. So who is now? You can tell me. Let me do it now properly, okay? So the pawn is the defender, or rather, the knight is the defender of this bishop. You will remove the knight by playing the move knight takes f6. And that will allow us to play this move queen takes g4. So the defender is a knight on f6. I want you to type it like that. I want you to type it like that. What a big position this was. Worth spending time here. So the defender is the knight on f6. The removal is knight takes f6. The hanging piece is bishop on g4. That is how you have to type it. Maybe Jai, maybe Arya Maka, maybe some people who are good at typing fast will do it. This is now the right setup. So the first, I told you, the first moves were only to get to this position. After that, you have destroying the defender. So make sure, guys. So yeah, Sagar has typed the answer, all right. But I want it in that format. The defender, the removal, the hanging piece. And now Chinmay is doing it. Yes, the defender is the knight on f6. Removal is knight takes f6. The hanging piece is the bishop. Fantastic. Chinmay, that's what I wanted. Takes, and now this bishop is hanging because the knight was supporting it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's go on to the next position. Let's do it fairly quickly because that is position number 19. It's black to play here. Let's quickly finish this. So who is the defender here? Is there a defender here? Yes, there is. I think the queen is the defender for this knight here. So we can eliminate the queen first. And that will allow us to play the knight takes e5 move. Let me know if you agree with this, guys. Queen takes queen. The queen is the defender of the knight. If you agree completely with what I'm saying. The queen is the defender for the knight. The removal will be queen takes d5. And the hanging piece will be the knight on e5. 100%. I think that's the way to go about it. Let's do it. So queen takes queen. Queen was the defender of this knight here. Let's take that. Yes, and that means now we will be able to take this knight. The queen was defending the knight earlier. Brilliant. And now on to the last position. Position number 20. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy. 20 positions is no cakewalk. We have really worked hard to achieve this. I'm really, really impressed with all of you, the way we have gone about it. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. And then we'll wrap up this lecture. Today, we don't have to revise the lecture because you have lots of homework. 15 positions for homework. And I'll show that on the PDF file that you see on your screen right now. Okay. Who is the defender here? Guys, what's happening here? I think first we'll have to set it up. Bishop takes. Ooh, and now watch this. Yes, the queen, the rook is the defender for this rook. So first we will be able to take this queen here to destroy the defender, and then we will be able to win the rook on f8. I think that's the way we are going to go about this position. Guys, watch this position. This is interesting. What kind of diagram has come up here? The rook on d8 is defending the rook on f8. Let's bring that up by playing what I've shown with the blue arrow. And then when the rook comes up, we'll be able to play what I've shown with the red arrow. So rook takes f8. So what's going to happen is we are going to take this queen. And then, as I said, now look at that. Look at that. This rook was defending this rook here. So we'll now be able to win this rook. Fantastic. Guys, something very important before we stop. About the homework. We'll wrap this up in 1 minute. About the homework, remember how some students said that in position number 1 they were not able to type correctly? So I have eliminated that particular problem or weakness. Now you see, I'm going to do it for you. You can actually go ahead and type this in position 1, in position 4, in position 7, in position 10, in position 13. You'll be able to type it correctly, guys. I have plugged that weakness. Let me know if you have properly understood what I'm saying. 15 positions. 15 positions. And I have plugged that particular problem with that fillable PDF for position 1479. 14710 maybe. But whatever it is, you will be able to type it. You have 3 days to do your homework. Jai, on Monday, create the tournament. Jai, acknowledge that and start typing your bye messages. Ojas, it's time to say goodbye. That's why I didn't acknowledge your hello messages, because you were in the flow of the lecture. We started at 6. You joined it in between. It's time to say goodbye. I hope you are fine, Ojas. Start typing your goodbye messages. Jai, please type if you have followed my message about creating the same tournament. And I have said this previously, that no need to revise the lecture because you have 15 positions for homework. Probably Namish did not understand that. He doesn't listen to everything I say. It's amazing how people don't understand that. I think Ayush already asked that, is it not? Yeah. Jai has acknowledged that. The lecture was absolute fun. As usual, bringing all the positions to you. And man, we did 20 positions. So all the other viewers who are here, well, that's the Telegram channel that we have. And we will now see each other on Tuesday for yet another session. Next week, we are going to play games. First of all, I'm going to play a demo game where we will have a concept of checklist. I'll prepare that lecture. Then on some day, I'm going to play with you guys. It's going to be fun. We can plan for our head-to-head. For the rising stars, we'll go for head-to-head. We'll do that. Okay. We'll stop for now and take care. Bye-bye. Do the homework. I'll send the PDF file.